This is Katie Colleen here. Welcome back, Colleen Clan, or if you're new, then come join the family for a little unboxing review kind of video. I have this box, and this box has a Captain America cosplay in it. I got this from SimCosplay. They don't know I'm doing this video. I'm just another customer, and I spent a pretty penny on this costume, so I'm gonna be completely honest. So I got the Civil War Captain America suit, and it's in a men's extra small. Okay, so this is how it looks inside. It looks like Captain America really just got a little smushed. Come to me, Captain America. Oh, that happened. Okay. Oh, here's the top. Perfect. There were, as you can imagine, a few different Captain America cosplays to choose from. Part of why I really wanted the Civil War one, it's not just for the design, though I do really like his Civil War design, but this cosplay is made out of a PV leather. So that's a pleather, whereas some of the other costumes he wears are made out of a denim. And it's not that one is better than the other necessarily, they just have a different finish to them and a different look. So I really like the look of pleather and vinyl. I just think it makes for a cool superhero costume, but that's completely just like personal preference. But it looks like this is definitely, I'd say, a pleather, so it is accurate to the materials. Oh, I didn't even introduce our guest, how rude. This is Gertrude. She's my dress form. Oh, that was kind of an interesting way to do it. Okay, so it goes on like this. So you have kind of this undershirt, zippers up in the back. And then you have the PV leather layer that just kind of folds over and Velcros on. What can I say? Everything's top stitched. It's lined, so I really appreciate that. That's something I would expect from a costume at this price point. Something that is just a little fun extra detail is I like that they added this design on the back, even though you won't be seeing it with this armor layer over it. I'm not the biggest fan of Velcro, but this certainly got the job done. So if I were making this myself, I'd probably prefer maybe snaps. As for the little star emblem, I believe this is, I think this might be metal. That's really nice. I was not expecting metal. I was expecting like a 3D print or something, like a plastic, but I believe this is actually metal. So that's really nice. Furthermore, they even top stitched on some little designs in here as well. So instead of just getting the color blocking, they also did some top stitching on the silver and the red areas. So I really like that as well. Oh, here's the rest of the top. I think this goes on the bottom and then this goes over it. That would make the most sense. Okay, so you have the shirt part that is the sleeves, this part here. And then you have the shirt part that is the emblem. I'm not a big fan of how they did the A for the Avengers sign. They just did it with a top stitch and it's just this vinyl material. That's definitely a cheaper and easier way to do it. I would have loved to see it made out of this metal. I would have loved that if they did like a little metal pin. And if they couldn't do that, I'd at least like to see maybe an embroidered patch. I do really like the detailing on the sleeve. You can tell that they went through the effort of kind of layering these. This looks very nice. They do have a bit of a seam mismatch here. I'm not loving that. I would have loved if the seams on the underarm could have matched up, but that's really more of a me being picky thing. Yeah, you have the same seam mismatch on this side as well. That being said, it's on the underarm and I doubt people are gonna see it. You have the same seam mismatch up here too. Okay, here are the pants. So the pants have a little snap and then a zipper pull. They also have belt loops so you can hold it up with the belt if needed. Okay, so they have pockets. They're kind of like, oh, these are actually big pockets. I do love the big pockets. That actually looks pretty good. They did pretty darn good on that seam. There are a few loose threads that I'll have to clip off. I would have loved for those to be clipped off before they like get shipped to customers, but that's also something that's not too hard to just clip off those loose threads. yeah, I don't really have many complaints about the pants. Okay, this is all of the accessories. Ah, okay, here's the belt. What I like about the belt is it also has the metal belt buckle. This matches the emblem. The belt buckle is not functional. It's just for aesthetics. You get in through the back with a Velcro. Now what they've done is they put Velcro on the inside of the belt and they have Velcro on the outside of the costume. So basically this just attaches to all these different Velcro points. I'm putting it on upside down. And then there's more Velcro on the back as well. With the pockets, again, I would prefer snaps over Velcro. I also don't really like this clasp and how they just top stitched it. If they could have done the metal work on the belt clasps as well, I would love that. You can even just buy belt clasps, like they wouldn't have had to custom manufacture it for this costume. The one thing I do like about the belt is their material choice for the pouches and such. It's a really sturdy leather material. So it's leather, so it looks like leather. I believe this holds his shield. Again, they used metal here, and I really like that. I think that looks really nice. Not a big fan of the Velcro. Oh, and here's the weird thing, okay? So they have metal right here, so they know how to do it. Like, they have metal in stock, but then they use the top stitched vinyl for other metal pieces. I wish it'd been a bit more consistent between the metal and the top stitch pieces. And then we have the boot covers. Oh, and gloves. The only thing I can say about these gloves is I have baby hands and I'm not sure they would fit someone who is actually a men's extra small. To be completely honest, I'm probably just gonna wear my wheelchair push gloves and I'm not sure I'll even bother with the Canon gloves just because trying to push a wheelchair in these would be a nightmare. But as far as craftsmanship goes, everything's top stitched and they actually put in the effort to top stitch this design on the glove, which is a really small detail. So I think they're really looking at accuracy and trying to depict that in a way that they can. Okay, these are the boot covers. So these just go on over a pair of shoes. I'm not wearing shoes right now because I'm in my own house. I don't gotta wear shoes here. My only thing that I would do differently is I'd like these to have little belt holes maybe, so that you could actually cinch it onto a belt hole instead of just relying on friction to hold this up. I feel like that could get loose over time. Now I really want to look at the helmet, because if there's anything that I would expect a cosplay shop to struggle with making, it would be the helmet. I was definitely hoping for more of a hard shell helmet, something like a plastic. This is just a really thick stiffener, it seems, holding the shape of the helmet. And again, I wish they had used the metal here. You use the metal for the star and the belt buckle, but not for like the A symbol that's gonna be literally on your forehead. Like, everyone's gonna be looking at this symbol. I'd rather this was metal and the belt was something else, you know? So let's see. Do I look like Captain America? Yep, this is, as I predicted, the weakest part. Honestly, I think I will probably go without the helmet. This helmet just is not it. It's not it. I'm sorry, SimCosplay. The helmet is not it. I think it could be it if I had a bigger face, at least with the size of my face. I think this just probably is not what I'm going for. Okay, so I'm gonna get this costume on and talk a little bit about the fit. I was kind of hoping this would be a little bit bigger just so it gives me broader shoulders and it kind of sells the Captain America body type, because I'm not the Captain America body type, and that's fine. You don't have to be a body type to cosplay. Like, completely your choice, and you can be whatever you want. Okay, what do I think? It actually fits me really well. This is the fit I was going for. So it's loose enough that it kind of fills me out a little. I feel like I look kind of manly. What I will say though is I definitely sized up when I went to a men's extra small, and honestly, it's not huge on me. If you are in between sizes, I would definitely suggest sizing up. I haven't tried their custom sizing option, so that's also a choice for you. I think the backpack has got to go. The backpack is driving me up a wall crazy. We're gonna talk about price for a second. So this Captain America Civil War suit, men's extra small, was about $300. I mean, there was also like shipping in there, so it was probably a little bit over $300, but it was 300 American dollars. Do I think it's worth $300? Yeah, I guess so. Like, I bought it. Here's the thing that was going in my head when I bought the suit, okay? I'm gonna share you some insider thoughts into Colleen's brain. I recently did a project with PV Leather, okay? That was my Her Universe project. I made a Carmen Sandiego design. This fabric is expensive. Anyways, that means that I have a fairly good idea of how much this type of fabric costs and what kind of work you have to do with it and how long that takes. When I made my Carmen cosplay, the vinyl PV leather sort of stuff, that was at least $20 per yard, okay? When you're looking at a Captain America suit like this, I'd probably get myself a good 5 yards. Lining layer, getting a nice lining fabric, and also getting a stretch. I'd say that's probably like $12 a yard. So we're now at $160 in cost for materials. Let's get into the metal pieces. I would have to pay for these to be custom commissioned. So if I decided to make this Captain America costume myself, I would already be up to at least $250 and probably $300 by the time you added notions like zippers, clasp, buttons, all those sorts of things. True, if I was getting $20 a yard pleather, it would probably be a higher quality pleather, but this does the job. So is it the most amazing thing since sliced bread? No, sliced bread is pretty good. Now, I haven't seen the other cosplay shop Captain Americas, so it's hard for me to say if this is the best. I think it's certainly not the worst. I'm going to do a little reveal with the Captain America makeup and hair, and you can see the full costume in action, and you can make your own decision. So I hope this review was helpful. If you want to see more cosplay reviews, like, let me know. I can't afford to do a lot of cosplay reviews, but just knowing that this is what you want to see can help me kind of plan out some other content for you guys. So just let me know your thoughts. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!